Morning. We will begin with section D, cost accumulation system. Okay, what is cost accumulation system? Simple. How to find out the product cost under different method like process costing or job costing like that. So today we'll discuss about process costing. What is a process or when the process costing method is used? When a product is processed through multiple stages. When a product is processed through multiple stages. Okay, there will be an input, there will be a process, and of course there is going to be an output. Output of the first process becomes input of the next process. Output of the first process becomes what? Input for the next process. For example, in case of let us take textile industry. In case of a textile industry, the first process will be we get raw cotton from the farmers. What do you mean by raw cotton from the farmers? The pure cotton taken from agricultural field. Pure cotton that is taken from the agricultural field. They do first process called as ginning process. The output will be pure cotton, and of course cotton seeds. So two products will be manufactured using a single raw material. Okay, you get cotton from the agricultural field, you do ginning process. What is the output? Pure cotton, and which one? The cotton seeds. Simple. In this process, we just remove the dust, etc. We split the cotton seeds from cotton. We get the output. Of course, cotton seeds are used as animal feeder, or again it is used for, again it is used for seeding in the farming. Okay, so that is about cotton seeds. You extract cooking oil or cotton seed milk, etc. and all you extract. That is cotton seeds. So pure cotton is the raw input for the next process. Okay, we call it as spinning process. You would have seen spinning mills. So in the spinning process, you get yarn. Yarn is used for the next process, okay, for weaving. Then we call it as thread. Thread is used in tailoring work. Thread is used in tailoring work. So that is the next process, okay. So pure cotton to yarn. And the next process, we take yarn and we do weaving process. There are different types of weaving: hand looms, power looms, air looms, spin looms, like that. There are different process method of weaving. Clear? Where we get the cloth. Sometimes before we do the weaving process, we color the yarn, or sometimes after getting the cloth, we color the cloth also, or print in the cloth also. Next process, cloth becomes ready-made. Okay, this we call it as tailoring work. We call it as, in case of bunion factories, we call it as knitting and fabrication, like that. So if you look at, in case of textile, the product is not coming through a single production output. The product is passing through 4 or 5 processes. Here is where we apply process costing method. Clear? Process costing method is used when a product or when a manufacturing process has distinctable, identifiable products. Clear? So if you look at the multiple stage, of manufacturing is involved. And the second one is, you can see output of process becomes which one? Input for the next process. The output can be sold or further processed. For example, can I sell without processing cotton itself, yes, there is a cotton market available, you can sell it. There is a yarn market or thread market available, you can sell it. There is a cloth market available, you can sell it. If you want, you can do the extra process or you can sell immediately. That is possible. Each process will have a separate machine or labor work. Clear? The work done in yarn is different from weaving. That is different from tailoring work. So you will find a distinguishable output also. You will find a distinguishable output also. So we have to prepare process accounting. We have to prepare which one? Process accounting. At each stage. We need to prepare a ginning process account, a spinning process account, weaving process account, tailoring work account. Why? Why do you want to prepare? Simple. We want to find out cost per unit. At each stage, what is the cost per kilogram of pure cotton, yarn, cloth? We want to find out. Why? Is it advisable to make it or buy it? That decision you can take it. Okay. Okay. To decide make versus buy. Can we make it in the factory or can we buy it outside? For example, should we have to make pure cotton within our factory or can we buy it from outside market? Should we have to buy yarn for weaving process or can we make it inside the factory? That decision we can take. Okay. To decide on further process or not. We can decide, for example, can we sell it as yarn in the market? Can we convert into cloth and sell it? When will you do the next process? When benefits are more than the cost, you will do the next process. Sir, if I sell it as a yarn, I will get 10 million profit. If I convert into cloth and sell it, I will get a net profit of about 12 million. You get extra process, you get extra profit, you will do that. By doing extra process, if you incur a loss or profit comes down, you will sell immediately. And most importantly, we want to find out what is a normal loss or we want to find out what is abnormal loss. For example, we get about 5 tons of raw cotton. The output weight is only 2 tons. Input is 5 tons. Output weight is 2 tons. There is a processing loss. There is a processing loss. Where that loss happened, we need a separate process account. We need a separate process account to find out where the loss happens, where the loss happens. Okay. And we also, I would like to identify where if there is any abnormal loss. What is abnormal loss? For example, while during process, there may be 5%, 10% wastage. During process, there may be 5 or 10% wastage. That is unavoidable. If you lose more, that is called as which one? Abnormal loss. We want to identify what is the normal loss, abnormal loss at each stage. So for that, we are preparing process account at each stage. Okay. So we want to ascertain what is the cost per unit at each stage. We want to decide about whether to make a raw material or buy a raw material, whether to further process or sell immediately. Okay. What is the normal loss or abnormal loss at each stage? And of course, to have a cost control. In the long run, we want to have which one? Cost control. We should not spend more unnecessarily. How to control the cost? Simple. Only when you have the knowledge of all these things, then you will be able to what? Control the cost. Only when you are able to control the cost, then you can be successful in business. Clear? So this is what we are going to do today. Process costing, where a process involves a series of work done. Every process input will have, output. The output becomes the input for the next process. Okay, so this is where we apply which method? Process costing method. And cost accountant's job is more and cost accountant's requirement is more in these areas. This is about process costing. I request you to take up this, then we'll proceed. Please take up this, then we'll proceed. So first we learn about how to find out all these things. How to find out all these things. Shall we take up a question? Please take up along with me. Okay. Start. Raw material input 5,000 kg at $25,000. This can be any raw material. It can be a cloth or a yarn, things like that. So there is a raw material input, there is a labor cost and other expenses, overhead related to the factory overheads, manufacturing expenses, which may be machine cost, which may be factory cost, factory rent and other things. So this is the cost structure. Normal loss is 10% of input. It can be sold at $2 per kg. Output is, there are three options given, or three cases given. We'll see. So first let us work out what is normal. First let us work out what is normal. This is a solution. What is the raw material cost? For 5,000 kg, it is $25,000. Labor cost, $15,000. Overheads, $4,000. As of now, when we total, for 5,000 kg, it is $44,000. Normal loss is an unavoidable loss. Normal loss, how much percentage? 10% in processing means there will be 500 kg of normal loss. Normal loss, normally it is not valued, but if there is a scrap rate, we can value the normal loss at the scrap rate. It will be like 500 kg into $2. It will be like $1,000. So this is the cost of normal production. Cost of normal production. That means 4,500 kg. What is the cost? 43,000 is the cost. This is the cost of normal production. Now let us see the different cases. Case 1. If the output is 4,500 kg, that is equal to normal production. Okay, normally what is expected production? 4,500 kilogram. 4,500 kilogram. That is the actual output also. So no problem. Here cost per unit will be 43,000 divided by 4,500. This is the cost per unit, $9.555555 per unit. So if the output is 4,500 kg, Okay, cost of production will be $43,000. What is expected output? 43,000. That is 4,500 kg, 43,000. So cost of production is 43,000. Case 2. If the output is 4,200 kilogram only, what are we expecting? 43,000. Oh, sorry, 4,500 kg we are expecting. But we got only 4,200, means there is an abnormal loss. There is an abnormal loss. Expected is 4,500. Already we provided for normal loss. Further, if there is a loss, that is called as which one? Abnormal loss. How to value it? Very simple. Take the cost of normal production. Take the cost of which one? Normal production. For 4,500 kg, it is 43,000. Cost of normal production. Okay. Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss 4,500 we expected, but we got only 4,200. The 300 kg will be eliminated and transferred to P&L account. It will be eliminated and transferred to P&L account. How to do it? Simple. If 43,000 is for 4,500, what is for 300? If 43,000 is for 4,500, what is for 300? This cost will not be charged to the customer. That will be transferred to which account? Profit and loss account. So cost of production. Cost of production, that is for 4,200 kg. For 4,200 kg. After eliminating the abnormal loss, how much you will charge to customer? This will be included in inventory value. You can cross check also. 40,133.33 divided by 4,200. If you put 9.555556 like that, it will come. So whatever is normal only will be charged to the customer, because this abnormal loss happened because of your carelessness, improper processing, etc. That will be transferred to your income statement, taken as a loss by the company. It cannot be charged to the inventory. It cannot be charged to the customer. Otherwise, whatever is normal only will be charged. You can even do this. 4,200 into 9.555556. If you multiply, you will get it. So whatever is normal only will be charged to the customer. Next one. What is the next one? If the output is how much? 4,700 kg. Expected is 4,500. There is an abnormal gain here. We got 4,700. Extra 200 kg we got. Extra 200 kg we got. That also will be valued. Gain or loss, you take it to P&L account. So 4,700 kg. This will be added. You can cross check here. 40,133 divided by 4,200. 44,911 divided by 4,700. You will get 9.55556. You can find whatever is normal is charged to the customer. If you lose more than that, okay, you take it as a loss in P&L account. If you gain because of your effectiveness, improper supervision, effective control, you are able to achieve more production. That is like a gain for you. You can take it to P&L account. So whatever is normal will be charged to the customer. You can multiply 4,700 into 9.5555556. You will get 44,911. Here also 4,200 into this you multiply, you will get 40,133.33. Otherwise, inventory cost. Inventory is valued at normal cost of production. Inventory is valued at abnormal gain or loss is recognized in which one? Income statement. I request you to take up this. So whatever is normal is charged to the customer. Whatever is abnormal, that is borne by the company. If it is a gain, it's like an income for you. If it is a loss, of course, loss, you charge it in P&L account. It's a simple example of a process account, normal process account. I'll give you one more question for you to work out. Okay, after solving this, solve this. Scrap rate means the defective units can be sold at the rate of dollar actual output is 21,000 units. I want you to work out, okay, the cost of production, the cost of normal loss, cost of abnormal loss or abnormal gain, if any, for this question. Try to work out. In IMA, they can ask you a multiple choice question. What is the cost per unit? Or they can ask you, for example, in case 2, what is the cost of abnormal loss? What is the cost of abnormal gain? Or they can ask you normal loss, how to value the normal loss, scraps. And wait, while transferring to P&L account, we will not transfer this 2,866.67. We can sell this at $2. Yeah. So we'll eliminate that and transfer to your income statement. 300 into 2. Scrap, yeah, normal or abnormal, that is only for accounting purpose. It's a scrap. Scrap means defective units. It can be sold at 2. 300 into 2, 600. So 2,226.67, like that, you will transfer to your income statement. We'll work out that particular thing also here. So try to value this cost of normal production and find out the value of abnormal loss or abnormal gain, if any. Have you tried it? What is the raw material cost? 25,000 units. 42,000. Labor cost 18,000. Other overheads 9,000. This is for 25,000 units. Okay. Normal process loss is 5%. 5% means how much? 5% of 25,000 is 1,250. The normal loss will be valued at scrap rate. So cost per unit will be 65,875 is for 23,750. This is the normal cost per unit. But what is the actual output given? Actual output is 21,000 units. So there is an abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is the difference between what is expected production and what? Actual output. How to value the abnormal loss? Simple. 65,875 is for 23,750 means what is for 2,750. That is how we value which one? Abnormal loss. You can also cross check. 21,000 into 2.77368 will give the same answer. Scrap value of abnormal loss is also the same. 2750 into 2.5. We can sell scraps at the same rate. Balance will be recognized in profit and loss. The loss will be recognized in income statement. Take up this. With this, the basic process account is over. Next, we'll start with a concept called as equivalent production. Shall we? See here, 25,000 units are put into process. Everything is processed. Everything is processed. Of course, there is a normal loss and abnormal loss. Practically, is it possible? Let us assume you are manufacturing a shirt manufacturing company, a tailoring work you are doing for shirt. Is it possible to do 100% of the work and complete by the month end or year end? For example, we got raw material, we are doing process, like cloth we got, we are cutting, stitching, etc. and all. By the end of the month, is it possible that 100% of the production is complete? No, there will be work in progress. There will be work in progress. If there is a work in progress, what to do? If there is a work in progress, what to do? We'll discuss. Shall we? Take up this question. In a garment factory, raw material required for 10,000 shirts were issued to production. Take up this please. All these are past IMA questions only. $1,25,000. Labor cost $35,000. Overheads $20,000. There is no process loss. There is no process loss. By the end of the month, 5,000 shirts, 100% complete, and remaining 50% complete. Allocate the cost. So the total cost incurred in that particular month. Now here, 5,000 shirts, 100% complete means finished goods. This finished goods inventory. Balance 5,000 shirts, 50% complete. This is called as work in progress. Can you work out the value of completed units and incomplete units? Will you allocate the cost in 1:1 ratio? 1,80,000, 5,000, 5,000. Like that, will you allocate the cost? Please answer. Will you allocate the cost? This 1,80,000, okay, in 1:1 ratio, 5,000 is to 5,000 ratio. This is 100% complete. This is only 50% complete. Will you allocate the cost? No. If you allocate the cost equally, it will be like 90,000 for this, 90,000 for this. 100% completed shirt also 9,000, 90,000. Incomplete shirts also 90,000. Is it logical? No. Here we will work out equivalent completed units. We will work out which one? Equivalent completed units. In short, we call it as EU, equivalent units. Okay, for 100% completed shirts, we'll give 100% weightage. So 5,000 into 100%. 5,000 equivalent units for finished goods. Okay, for 50% completed work, we'll give the weightage 50%. 5,000 into 50%. You'll get 2,500 equivalent units. This is for WIP. So, what is the total equivalent units? 12,500 total equivalent units completed. Sorry, 7,500 equivalent units are completed. 7,500 equivalent units are completed. If you work out what is the cost per equivalent units completed, 1,80,000 we spent in completing 7,500 equal units. So 1,80,000 by 7,500. This will give us cost per equivalent unit. This will give us cost per equivalent unit. $24 per unit is the cost per equivalent unit. Sir, why do we use this and where do we use this? In allocating the cost between finished goods and which one? WIP. So finished goods, how many equivalent units? 5,000 equivalent units multiplied with this 24. And what WIP, work in progress, 2,500 equivalent units multiplied with 24. So finished goods and which one? WIP is valued using which one? Equivalent units. If you work out cost per unit, this 1,20,000 is for 5,000 completed shirts, means you will get $24 per shirt. $24 per shirt. For incomplete units, if you work out the 60,000 divided by 5,000 will give us $12 per unit. $12 per unit. Very simple. 100% completed work, full cost is assigned. Partially completed units, partial cost is assigned. So from this we understand a concept called as equivalent unit. What do you mean by equivalent unit? Equivalent to that of completed units. If the work is 100% over, 100% work is complete. The work is 50% complete, that is equal to 2,500 complete units. So what is equivalent unit? But instead of learning theoretically, okay, we are learning through an example. What is an equivalent unit? It is an equal completed value of incomplete units. So equivalent unit is nothing but equal work in progress. Incomplete units means work in progress. Or you can say expressing what? Work in progress in terms of its equivalent completed value. That is called as which one? Equivalent unit. So where are we using the equivalent unit? For assigning the cost. For assigning the cost between what? Completed units and which one? Incomplete units. So we work out equivalent units and we work out which one? Cost per equivalent unit. Based on that we assign the cost. Without working out the equivalent unit, if you assign the cost, without working out the equivalent unit, if you assign the cost, both completed units as well as WIP will have the same cost. For example, 1,80,000 divided by 10,000 when you put, without calculating this percentage completion, when you assign 1,80,000 divided by 10,000, it will give us what? $18 per unit. It will give us what? $18 per shirt. So let it be completed shirt or incompleted shirt, it will have the same value. It will have the same value. That's why we assign equivalent unit. Yeah, 100% completed shirt, $24 per shirt. If it is 50% complete, yes, $12 per shirt, like that. So equivalent units are used for assigning the cost. Okay, I'll give a question of the same model. You try to work out. First copy this, then I'll give a question of the same style or model. You can work out. This model questions are also tested in the exam. This question is without any normal loss, abnormal loss, etc. Then slowly the next problem, okay, you'll work out in the same style. We'll start with normal loss, abnormal loss model. Then we'll go with, the next model with abnormal gains, etc. We'll do it. Take up this. Take up this question and try. Please try this next question. I'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll work out. What is the raw material cost? For 10,000 kg, it is 2,50,000. Labor cost $45,000. And overhead cost? Overhead cost $80,000. Total cost so how to find out equivalent units for this? How to find out equivalent units for this? 8,000 kg 100% complete. Equivalent unit for finished goods. Finished goods inventory is 8,000 kg into 100% complete. 8,000 kg into 100% complete. 8,000 equivalent units. Equivalent units for WIP inventory. Equivalent units for WIP inventory. How much? 2,000 kg into 40% complete. So that is the equivalent unit for incomplete units. 800 equivalent units. So total equivalent units. 8,800 equivalent units. So this is the equivalent units. So what is the cost per equivalent unit? 3,75,000 divided by 8,800. This will give us cost per equivalent unit. Cost per equivalent unit. Using this cost, we'll assign. So allocation of cost. Finished goods 8,000 equivalent units. So how to allocate the cost? 8,000 equivalent units into this. Then WIP 800 equivalent units. So 800 equivalent units into the cost per equivalent unit will give us the cost. Sir, is it possible to verify? Is it possible to verify? Yes, we can verify. This divided by 8,000 will give us value for the fully completed units. 100% completed units is 42.6136. This divided by WIP 2000. This divided by WIP 2000 and you apply, you will get 17.04. This is 100%, this is 40%. 100% if it is 42, 40% will be 17.04 like that. That is only for our understanding. Okay, this is how the cost is allocated between what? Finished goods and which one? Work in progress. Okay. Next stage, we will learn about how to allocate equivalent unit if there is a normal loss. If there is a normal loss. Let me take up the same data and go for it. Same data, but slightly different. Normal process loss is how much? 10%. Output is 7,000 units, which are 100% complete. That means finished goods 2,000 units are 60% complete. 2,000 units are 60% complete. No, this working is same. This basic working is the same. Okay, equivalent units for finished goods. 7,000 into 100%. 7,000 equivalent units. 7,000 into 100%, 7,000 units. Equivalent unit for finished goods inventory. Equivalent units for work in progress. 2,000 into 60%. 2,000 into 60%. 2,000 into 60%, 1,200. Equivalent unit for normal loss. What is a normal loss? 10,000 into 10%. 10,000 into 10%. 10,000 into 10% is 1,000. Normal loss, do we allocate cost? We don't allocate cost. No equivalent unit assignment. Normal loss, we don't assign any cost, so no equivalent unit for that. You can verify. 7,000 plus 2,000 plus normal loss 1,000. Totally, it becomes 7,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000, it becomes 10,000. So in this question, there is no abnormal loss or no abnormal gain. So this is the total equivalent units. So based on this, cost will be assigned. Based on this, cost will be assigned. Total cost, this is the same. We can work out cost per equivalent unit now. How to work out cost per equivalent unit? 3,75,000 divided by 8,200. This will give us cost per equivalent unit. Now we can allocate the cost. For the finished goods inventory, 7,000 equivalent units into this 45.7317. Okay, for work in progress inventory, it is 1,200 equivalent units into 45.7317. For normal loss, no cost allocation because it is unavoidable. you can find the total will be the same, 3,75,000. So what is the extra thing we learned in this? If there is a normal loss, no cost is ascertained or no cost is assigned. Okay, if there is a normal loss, no cost is assigned because it is unavoidable. It is unavoidable. We work out equivalent units. Based on that, we assign the cost for finished goods and WIP. Finished goods and which one? WIP. Normal cost, normal loss, no cost allocation. You can find this 3,75,000 is allocated between finished goods and which one? WIP inventory. Please take up this. Shall we? So in a process, we understood how to allocate the cost using which one? Equivalent unit. What is an equivalent unit? Equivalent completed value. If 2060% complete means 1200 completed units. 1200 completed units. Now we'll do a problem with abnormal loss. We'll do a problem with which one? Abnormal loss. Shall we? Start. Equivalent unit. Please take up the theory, then we will continue. Equivalent unit with opening WIP. Equivalent unit with opening WIP, normal loss and abnormal loss. Using FIFO method. FIFO method means first in, first out method. First manufactured, first sent out, like that. Okay. Okay. So there will be input. There will be input in a process. It will be like opening WIP, opening work in progress. We will finish now. And current year, fresh raw material. This is the input. At the beginning of the period, there would have been some work in progress. Current yearly issue panna fresh raw material. Output. Output means from the process, what is output? Output means finished goods. Wait. If it is finished goods, which one you will complete first? Will you complete opening WIP, then take current year raw material? Or will you do current year raw material, then do opening WIP completion? There is already a semi-finished goods. Will you complete that first and touch the fresh raw material? Or will you do fresh raw material production, then complete opening WIP? We are using which method? FIFO method means finished goods first from opening WIP. From which one? Opening WIP. See, what do you mean by WIP? Work in progress. Already some process is complete. So whatever we do in the current year, simple, 100% minus percentage completed already. Sir, already 40% of the work is over in the last year. In the current year, balance work we do. That is why first you take WIP and complete. First from opening WIP. Balance from fresh raw material. We do 100% of the work. Okay. So this is equivalent unit. I repeat. First we complete opening WIP. Do we do all the work in the current year? No. 100% minus already what is completed. Balance we do in the current year. Current year fresh raw material, we take what? 100%, 100% this year. This is about finished goods. What about normal loss? Normal loss, no equivalent unit. Why? No cost is allocated for normal loss. No cost is allocated for normal loss. Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss, they will give in the question, as given in the question. At what stage the abnormal defective is identified? They will give in the question. If nothing is given, you take 100%. Okay. In the exam question, they give you abnormal loss identification stage. 40%, 50%, take it. If nothing is given in the question, you take what? We assume that 100% of the product is manufactured, then only we identify what? Defective like that. Then closing work in progress. Closing work in progress. Okay. Whatever is completed. They will give you 50% complete, 60% complete, you will take it. Suppose if there is an abnormal gain. Abnormal gain means good units. It will be taken at 100%. It will be taken at what rate? 100%. Sir, input means in a process, what is the input? That can be opening the work in progress. That is WIP inventory at the beginning of the year. Then current year fresh raw material issued. Okay. What is the output? We manufacture and transfer to the next process. We first finish opening WIP. Do we do all the work in the current year? No. That is why 100% minus percentage completed already. Okay. Then fresh raw material, we do 100% of the work in the current year. Normal loss, no equivalent unit is assigned. Abnormal loss, they will specify, otherwise 100%. Abnormal gain are always what? Good units. What do you mean by abnormal gain? More than the expected production. If it is there, it is called as what? Abnormal gain, 100%. Closing WIP, whatever is completed, we will take it. Whatever is completed, we will take it. We'll do a problem so that you will understand in a better way. Take it up. Take up this table, then take up this. Opening WIP, 5,000 units, valued at $35,000. 60% complete. Already 60% is complete. Current year fresh raw material. Current year fresh raw material introduced. Current year fresh raw material introduced 25,000 units. $50,000. Labor cost current year $25,000. $35,000. And overheads $75,000. Take just 1 lakh. Okay. Normal loss 10% of current year input. %10% of current year input. Output $22,000 units. Closing work in progress. Closing work in progress. Closing work in progress 2,500 units. Have we taken up the table? The table எடுத்துட்டீங்களா?
Yes, sir.
Now let me apply this in this question so that you will understand in a better way. Okay, input. What is the opening WIP? 5,000 units. Current year fresh raw material 25,000 units. So total 30,000 units. The output can be total 30,000 only. Output finished goods transferred to next process is how much? 22,000 units given. So first from opening WIP you have to take it. First from which one? Opening WIP you have to take it. It's like first opening WIP is processed, then next sent to the next process. So out of 22,000, 5,000 is from opening WIP. 5,000 is from opening WIP means balance how much? 22,000 left 5,000. We first finish opening WIP. Balance we take what? Fresh raw material. Balance we take fresh raw material. Any doubt in it? We finished 22,000. First we finish opening WIP. Then we take what? Current year raw material. Okay, the closing WIP is given. 75% complete. Okay. Normal loss, no equivalent unit. What is the normal loss given? 10% of current year input. Normal loss, 10% of current year input. $2,500. I'll come to the equivalent unit part later. Closing WIP given in the question. Closing WIP given in the question 25,000. Sorry, 2,500. Equivalent unit part, I'll come to that later. This is units. Then we'll come to the equivalent unit part later. See, 5,000 plus 25,000, 30,000. Output 5 plus 17, 22 plus 2,500 plus 2,500. Balance, is there a shortage or surplus? Balance, is there a shortage or surplus? 22 plus 5, 27,000 தான் இருக்கு. Abnormal loss is a balancing figure. Abnormal loss is a balancing figure. This 3,000 is a shortage. How, sir? 30,000 input. Output total should be 30,000 because finished goods 22,000, normal loss 2,500, closing WIP 2,500 should tally. If it is not tallying, it will be a balancing figure. That is shortage 3,000. Opening WIP, how to assign equivalent unit? Do we do production now? No, we don't do the production now. We don't do the production now. We don't do the production now. 100% minus percentage completed already. 100% minus percentage completed already. How much is already complete? 60% already complete now. Balance 40% we do not. Look at this. Opening WIP already 60% complete means balance 40%. So 5,000 into 40%. Fresh raw material we bring, we produce, we finished. 7,000 into 17,000 into 100% of the work we did. 100%. Okay. For normal loss, no cost assigned, so no equivalent unit. Abnormal loss, if nothing is given, we'll take what? 100%. So 3,000. Why 100%? We assume that it is 100% done. It is 100% done. Then we identify that it is not saleable, not usable because there is a defective. Closing WIP, we completed 75% in the current year. We completed how much? 75% in the current year. So 2,500 into 75%. This is the equivalent units done in the current year. This is the equivalent unit. I repeat, opening WIP 5,000 units. How much is complete? Already 60% is complete. Current year how much you completed? 40%. Balance fresh raw material. Balance Fresh raw material 17,000. We did all the work, 100% completion. Normal loss, no cost assignment, no equivalent unit. Abnormal loss is a defective one. If nothing is given, we assume that it is completely manufactured. Then we find it is not working or it is having some defects. 100% done. Closing WIP, 75%. This is the equivalent unit. This is the equivalent unit. Done. Otherwise, this is the equivalent units completed. We are following which method? FIFO method. Equivalent units using which method? FIFO method. FIFO method means first brought in, first completed. First brought in, first completed. This is the equivalent unit. Okay. Please remember, we are following which method? FIFO method. Any doubt in it? Any doubt in it? First, you finish opening WIP, then you take fresh raw material out of 22,000. First 5,000 from opening WIP, balance from what? Fresh raw material and the mari. Normal loss is 10% of current year input. Abnormal loss is a balance over here. So opening WIP already 60% complete. Now current year we do 40%. Fresh raw material we do all the work. Normal loss, no cost is ascertained because it is unavoidable. Abnormal loss, of course, 100% work is done. Then we found it is defective. Closing WIP. Now we completed what? 50% in the current year. Done. So next session, what we are going to do is how to assign the cost. How to assign the cost using which method? FIFO method. There is one more method called as weighted average method. And this is most important for exam also. Based on this, they test questions. We have to practice a lot of questions that we have to do it on Tuesday. This is 23,875 equivalent units. Equivalent units.